What's up, everybody? Bill Case Fantasy Football League. It's your man Tony D, aka the Random Multi Broadcaster. This is season 3 of the broadcast, the 2024 divisional playoffs for the 2024 season. I am joined by my man Michael Bathurst, hashtag shot MGB. It'll set your mind free. Go ahead, Mike. How you doing?
Uh, I'm a space cadet, number one, which we all know, but I
Space.
was broadcasting a few minutes ago, testing things, trying to get my TikTok to go, thinking I was doing something something wrong with the stream because we use like a almost like a stream key type of thing, but it's not a
Mhm.
stream key. It's privileges, and I thought, well, maybe I'm not getting the numbers they want. And I even said in the broadcast they have bigger problems than me, so I better. But I noticed yesterday that it wasn't working. I think it was working, and then it wasn't working, and even Tony knew that. Yeah, I
What's
don't know.
up, Cam?
And then yesterday, I witnessed a really strange Cantina broadcast that the host wanted to quit it, and the other two were like, no, and I was like, these two are related to me. I dictate when
Oh,
this is
Michael,
over.
are you on Cantina?
no.
No, God, no.
Oh, okay.
We're also joined by my man Fireman Richard the Morning Coffee. Monday, Wednesday, Fridays on Rumble Studio and Twitch and X/Twitter and Facebook and YouTube. Rich, how are you doing, sir?
Doing very good, Tony, and good morning, Michael. We're here. We're getting right down to the nitty gritty and stuff like that as far as who's going to be going in the Super Bowl. I'm excited about it, and I'm glad to be here with you and Michael for this broadcast.
Appreciate you, gentlemen. Recaps from yesterday. Before we get to the TikTok tantrums that happened last night, your thoughts,
I
if you
didn't
don't
I
mind.
didn't know of any of that, but I was genuinely sad. Felt a little sucker punched in the face. I was very happy that Detroit had done so well this year, but I
Okay.
also knew that they were limping. I also knew
Mhm.
that they were up against an insanely good coach in Dan Quinn,
Mhm.
who formerly has worked with our dear friend. Um, yeah, I don't want to be mean, but you could tell there was animosity between the two of them. And then at the end of the game, Dan Quinn had empathy. You could tell that he felt bad. And there
Yes,
was
he
a
felt
part of
bad.
him, there was a part of him, even though he's the coach of the Commanders, formerly the Redskins, he felt really bad. Because I think in his heart of hearts, he will always love the Lions. Because, that was his beginning, one of his many beginnings.
Hmm.
Rich, did you know? I didn't know this until recently, and you probably already know this. You know
Yes.
the coach that you love.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Did you know that he was intertwined with many of the coaches you don't like for many years?
Oh, I think you can see that on a lot of coaches and stuff. Even this season, I've noticed that they're talking about the defensive coaches and offensive coach about the protection,
Yeah.
and they're
He's considered a defensive coach. You know that,
yes, yeah,
right?
oh yeah, he was defensive,
And
and
he got his start with Andy Reid,
yeah,
who
and,
you
and,
who
and at one time I could not stand Andy Reid when he was on Philadelphia.
yeah.
Now I love the
He and Aaron want to get together and work this out over a cup of coffee. This disdain that you have for them,
oh,
and they're feeling hurt, but that's okay.
okay.
I am terrified for today.
Hmm.
Do you know why I'm terrified? But I don't want Buffalo to lose.
I don't think they will. It's going to be a good game, Michael.
He sucks. I love what he said. Do you have any extra modeling glue I could sniff with you?
No,
Would
no.
that be
I,
okay?
I, I, I
You
mean,
don't you don't think Lamar might
well,
have a good chance
well,
to run all
Michael.
over
All
them?
all I have to say is, who would have thought Detroit would have lost last night? Okay,
I
well,
did.
it's
I
like
did. I was worried.
not like that.
Not
No,
like that. No, not like that. Not at
No,
all.
no. I thought it was going to be 3 points. I even think I said that. I thought it would come
that
down
was
to.
Washington is the potential. They're more scary right now than they have multiple tools to work with. where Baltimore sort of a little their big gun is Henry. If you can contain Henry, you got a good shot at beating a very good shot at beating Baltimore and stuff, and containing Lamar. If those two guys get on fire, then that's when Baltimore really is scary.
Baltimore has a way better roster. They do.
We'll see.
They do.
We'll see. You always you like the Bills, but you
then the Commanders. The Commanders aren't great.
That's your prerogative. That's your bag of donuts. So you can eat.
The Commanders have Jaden Daniels.
Yes,
who is
great
most
quarterback.
Oh my God, is he elusive? Do you know he's the only rookie quarterback to go to that level ever?
Yeah,
I think so. Yeah. They've been saying that for a couple of weeks now. He's broken a couple of records as a rookie.
Yeah,
no one has ever won 2 games. He's
on the same path that Cam Newton was on, in my opinion.
Oh, yeah.
But Cam Newton didn't win 2 games at the first year,
but
buddy.
Cam broke a bunch of records. He broke 5 records his first game.
He broke more hearts than he broke records, buddy.
He broke 5 records his first game. I think he broke a couple more records during the season.
Are you talking like LPs or are we talking 45s? Okay, go ahead.
What's in that coffee?
I tell you, it's bitter TikTok. That's what it's in there.
Yeah, it is. That sounds right. You might want to give him some.
I've been hyping goddamn TikTok like a freaking madman, and look what happened. They pulled the carpet out from me.
You was 4 years late. Rich, what you got, man?
That's so true.
As far as the games yesterday, let's see the first one with the Texans and Chiefs. I'm thinking the Texans in the first half, the Texans, they look like they're going to win. Then they started doing the mistakes as far as getting the sacks. They had 8 sacks in that game. And my hat's off to the Kansas City defense. 8 sacks in a playoff game. That alone right there is
no, but they were vicious, buddy.
They were vicious, but the scoring wise, Texas was in it, and then they missed it was a long field goal. The first field goal was 55 yards. They tried it. They missed it. Okay, the wind took it. But they missed an extra point. There's 4 points right there. The final score of the game was 23-14. If they would have got those 4 extra points and then cut down on the sacks.
It was a boring game.
It
was a boring game. After watching 45.
Maybe the second half when Kansas City and there was a couple calls. I know there's some people that they're a little bent out of shape about the rest. I think the rest did a good game because I think there was one they were looking at going towards Kansas City, and they came back and said no, they didn't catch the ball and stuff like that.
They gotta let that go.
I know. I think the
rest. Oh, guys, I'm gonna have to go. I'll be right back. My dog's doing I gotta cry.
Okay. Put his okay.
I'll be right back.
You're good. Run it, Rich. You got it, bro. Go ahead. Get it.
So last night's game, I didn't really watch the first part of it because me and the missus were watching a very good Netflix movie last night. I have to tell you about this one. Was it Rebel Ridge? Ridge. It's a very good. I think you'll enjoy it, Tony. It's about the guy who played in Miami Vice. He was the white guy.
John Johnson.
Yeah, he's the bad sheriff, and okay, the message said that. But this guy, I'm not going to give it away. It's the guy who plays the main actor. It's almost had a Rambo
feel to it,
Reacher. I don't know if you've seen that series at all and stuff. But it's a good movie. But when I went to the football game, then I'm looking at the score and I'm like, holy criminy! It's like they're just a shootout here last night as far as that goes. And but the Commanders, they came through. They just they were able to contain the Detroit. Detroit could not get it started. Could be the Detroit peaked too early.
No, and Rich, I'll be honest with you. The Commanders are a good team.
They are, yes. Oh, they're
talking about them. Detroit should face no disrespect.
No.
Their opponents. What Mike was saying when we started, how actually we was backstage,
right?
How everybody was kind of emotional about it,
right?
Because last year it feels like they got robbed,
right?
And they was about to break a record. They already broke another record this season. But people wanted them to make it, and I was always saying Lions Ravens Super Bowl because I said the people want to see this. If the announcers and the analysts were emotional about Detroit losing, we were right.
Right.
We were right. So I want to throw that out there for them. It took out half of my Super Bowl prediction.
Right.
Now I need the Ravens to make it just so I can look right.
Right. That's true. That's true. It's just.
But there was nothing wrong with Detroit. It's just Washington was there, and they're overdue as well.
And that's what you'll find that's what we've seen in the past in the playoffs. That a team rises to the top that you didn't really expect it.
Mm-hmm.
I think we knew that there was a potential with Washington, but
yes.
They solidified it as far as they're definitely a contender now. And so the other teams, be it Baltimore or the Bills, or they need to watch out. And Philly, it'll be interesting because they're going to probably end up playing. I think Philly's going to win the Rams game, but then again, you never know. The Rams they took care of what they had to take care of the last week, so it's
they're right there in the mix as well.
Exactly. Yeah.
While we got a chance, you want to run the record or run the prediction?
Yeah, let me bring that up. I got that. We didn't get Michael. Michael did. Let's see. He didn't really. Let's see. Let me cancel that.
We only have 4 games, so I know there's not going to be a lot.
Yeah. It's just it's interesting.
I want to thank everybody for coming through. Cam, I see you down there, man. How you doing? Commanders did look good, bro. They did look good, but I'm still NFC wise. I had Detroit, San Francisco, and then Philly as my third team in the preseason. So right now I'm going to have to go with Philly as the NFC favorite, even though the other teams are looking just as good. Washington, big ups to the Commanders. We've been talking about that. Brian and I, Rich has been here. We've been discussing how the Commanders were going to come up and look at them now. What you got here, Rich? Go for it, man.
Okay, well, you can see we've got the Chiefs won their first game, Commanders. And what's odd, last week, every team that won last week was home except the Commanders. They were the visiting team. But this week, you can see we're all 1-1 basically, and even the CBS guy got it wrong as far as everybody going for Detroit. Didn't get any picks from Michael. I can get his picks today for the last 2 games, but that's how it's sitting. It's just like sort of split. That I think that everybody, even the analysts that Michael was talking about, they were all thinking Detroit and Kansas City as far as that goes. And go Washington. Don Newland coming in. Thank you, Don Newland.
Milton, what's good, man? How you been, dog? How you been?
And so Washington is on a roll, and we're going to see, like I said, the games are lined up. We've got the first game at 3:00, actually, the Rams and Eagles.
Yes.
That should be a good game. They're both good teams.
It's going to be a tough game.
And I'm looking at Eagles win. So for the NFC championship next weekend, it'll be the NFC East representing, which who would have thought the way that division was going, as far as you possibly have 2 teams from the same division in the playoffs or for the championship.
Mm-hmm.
And so the second game, like our other friend there, Michael from up there in Canada, he thinks that, I don't know. I don't want to overthink the Baltimore. I've said this before. They're scary, but I think the Bills, they have all the tools and they've been there before. So it's not like they're going in there. But if they fall flat on their faces like they did Detroit, which I don't think they will because they're at home and they play a lot differently and a lot stronger at home than they do, unless the Ravens, and they're capable of doing it if they find a weakness and they expose and take advantage of that weakness. If they get 8 sacks on Josh Allen, then it's all over with and stuff like. But I don't think that's going to happen because, like I said, they're pretty well evenly matched. I think the Bills have beaten them before, so it's not like they haven't. But they also lost to them before, so it's pretty evenly matched. So, but I think our guaranteed pick that we all made as far as Detroit going to the Super Bowl, that's a wash now at this point.
It's a wash. I'm upset. I'm upset for Detroit. They were right there and they were ready.
Yeah. I thought they were primed to go all the way, but it's just that, and they put up some points, but they just could not contain Washington. Washington is just. I almost got a feel if they beat if they go to the Super Bowl, they might have a shot at it as far as that goes. I don't know. It's just like they're playing good ball. I mean, they're just and it's one of those things. Once the Detroit Lions fell behind, you could see it on the sideline, and then when the camera panned into the stands, it's like, oh my God, the fans. They're just sitting there. They were just stunned and bewildered as far as that goes. So, but that's sports. Your team's gonna win, but you got to take the losing. But like you said, I think it was you said what you said, Tony, about Detroit last year was a very big disappointment for them last year. So I think they're expecting a lot more this year. And last year they made it to the championship, I believe, and lost it in the championship.
They made it to the NFC Championship. Yes. Yes.
So they fell one shot behind. So that's a little bit salt in the wound there and stuff, I guess, as well.
It is. So What we got here? Okay, Mike is back. Cowboys are the only team in the NFC East, and I'm making the NFC Championship since the last year.
That was quick. Yeah, that was seamless. Thank you.
Yeah.
You are a professional. What did I miss? I saw. I went by earlier. I got a coffee. She had to go, if you know what I mean.
Yes. So you had to go take her.
Oh, I would have had the fragrant smells here permeating. It wouldn't have been good. Thank you. But she's so good. She does this like little whimper to like, I've got 2 minutes. Please move your ass. So thank God she does that. I've had other dogs who would have went too bad. So I saw question marks and then I saw Buffalo and something. What was that all about?
That was the games.
Right.
Predictions we made. Who won and who lost.
Oh yeah, you didn't. I didn't get your picks for this week, Michael. So
I'll be honest. I would have picked Detroit, so I lost.
Okay.
And the other one was what?
Kansas City.
I would have picked. I said they're going to be a three-peat, so I would have picked them.
Okay, so you would have been along. Okay, I'll go ahead.
I'll tell you my picks for the rest of So if Buffalo is still in it, it's Buffalo.
Okay, no.
If Philly is playing, I'm going with Philly.
Okay, so you're going with Philly.
Yeah. So, but that's till the end of time, unless they get eliminated, right? It's no longer about what I think's going to happen. Now it's loyalty.
Okay, and then you're going with Buffalo as far as that goes. So you're like the rest of us. You're all one. You're 1-1 then, basically.
Yes.
Same. So I'll plug that in there in the
chart. No, but you know me. I'd be honest. There's no way I thought the Commanders were going to win.
Yeah,
no way.
I got you plugged in. Yeah, I was going to put that in. I said, well,
if I knew, I would have put hundreds of dollars down on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh,
I figured I'd get you on the broadcast here as far as that goes and stuff like that.
Yeah. No. As long as Kansas City's in it, I'm voting for them.
Yeah.
As long as Philly's in it, I'm voting for them. As long as Buffalo. Now, if they're against each other, I got to make a decision.
Right.
I get that. But a lot of people were really saddened because they wanted to see a Super Bowl with the Buffalo Bills and the Detroit Lions.
Right.
That was the combo they wanted more than anything.
I just updated it, so there it is. Right.
I thought it was over.
Yeah.
I thought after I won so masterfully, and humbly, that was over.
Yeah. There we go. As far as what we're looking at, and as far as the overall. So
I'm feeling more and more, guys, like a three-peat. It looks like a script. I saw the way that they won yesterday, and I was like, okay, so who is the only person they really got to worry about? And I was thinking, okay, Buffalo. And I felt like last year I saw the Super Bowl when I watched Buffalo and Kansas City play. That was one of the most exciting games I think I've ever seen. That was a friggin' nail biter. I don't even really know who to vote for this year. That's the truth. I'm usually so one-sided. This year I feel like I've got heartstrings in so many teams. Like I didn't want Detroit to win everything, but I didn't want them to lose there.
Right, right.
And now what like if the Commanders win everything, this will be
Oh,
the
wow.
this
Wow.
will be the biggest kerfuffle of all time. Like if they do nothing now, they've already shot through the roof for expectations. What?
It'll be like a repeat when the Giants were the wild card and they racked.
Yeah,
the
I want to run something by you guys, and I was thinking about this. He is truly the MVP now.
Who?
J-
Josh Allen?
Jalen, he is. If he wins again, he's the true MVP of the
Jaden
league.
Daniels.
Yes.
Damn should be rookie of the year.
No, if it was the full season, to go from
that's a good possibility.
to
yeah.
go from never playing in the league to assimilating in the league, and if he wins another game, you got to give it to him.
He's
But
rookie of
it's
the year. He's rookie of the year off the rep. He's rookie of the year.
no, I get that, but he is truly the MVP of the league if he wins again. He really is. That I won't be the only one arguing that.
No, you
I
won't.
guarantee.
No, you won't. You're right.
I
You
won't.
I think I'm a.
I love Josh, and I want Josh to win, and
Baltimore goes-
nothing logical is in that.
If Baltimore goes to the Super Bowl, Derrick Henry should be MVP.
Oh God.
There you
Okay,
go.
well, okay, but how about this? If Philly goes to the Super Bowl, Saquon.
Yeah. Yes.
They're never gonna get. They're never gonna give it to a running back.
I can see that. That's fair.
Yes.
Yeah,
Saquon
we're all smoking the same weed today. That's good.
No, because he should
That's
have broke
rare.
Eric Dickerson's record. He's pretty much Hall of Fame with what he did this season. Yes.
Are you guys up for doing that little exercise that I was talking about, or no?
Rich, have you got everything out that you wanted to do?
Yep.
Go
Well,
ahead, go.
so
Let's
we
go.
talked about the game. So
Tia, do you got everything out that you needed to get out?
No, forget it.
If I have to go suddenly again, yeah, you'll know.
understood.
I feel bad.
No, that's
Oh, it's awful when they go through that stuff.
it is.
Oh God, yeah, I'm not ready. Sorry, I thought I was. Yeah, sorry guys.
I thought this is on. Oh, this
And no, it's here. I
Give me a
got it.
second. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a fact.
That I'm not ready. Yeah, that's the truth. I'm just honestly, my heart is with. I can't get over this Lions thing.
Milton, that is a fact. I've been saying that for 2-3 seasons.
What? That I'm nuts? No.
No, I've been saying that for 4 years.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's true. That I agree with you. That. Okay, why am I not?
He
seeing
is their
this?
$500 million man. They're going to protect him. He is a good quarterback. Kansas City has been overdue for this legacy for quite some time. I'm not mad at them for that. And no, I do not blame Taylor Swift. Just for the record.
Oh, did you see who was in this her box with her?
Yeah, of course she's going. Of course she's going. That's not even a question, but they are so, I don't blame her for any of it. She's just there supporting who she's with.
No, but Caitlin.
Oh, Caitlin Clark. Yeah,
I said, wait a minute. It wasn't until the second. Oh, she's watching the game. I thought that was
she's right there. They up there chilling.
she's an athlete too. I like her as far as.
Oh, she is one of the most famous people on the planet now.
Mm-hmm.
all those gals over there in the WNBA now and stuff like that. So,
Oh, he's got the wife going.
no. That's just the TV here as far as.
Oh, I thought it was the wife.
No, the missus is out in the living room there.
Okay.
I'm trying to see what's new sports wise. There isn't much.
No, and that's why I want to do this thing here, and I've got it set up, but I'm having problems getting it to go to your screen.
You have
Okay.
all the time to get this done, and you're gonna pick the day with the most time.
Oh, I got it. I think I got it. I think we can do it. I think we're good. Okay. I think I figured it out. I think I'm there. I think. I hope.
Dead Space.
Oh, shut up.
You were right. Dead Space. And you know who I'm talking to.
Talk about it. Is that Milton? Hi, Milton. Hi, buddy.
I'm not talking to Milton.
You're talking Newland here.
Where's Milton?
No,
Milton?
I was talking about somebody who talked about Dead Space on the broadcast.
Oh,
I can't stand it. I agree. Every week, you have always had everything. You've been anticipating to throw everything up here. And today
Yeah.
of all days, when you got time on your hands,
yeah.
you ain't got your shit together.
Yeah, I know. You want to? Can you put my full screen on and I can see if
Once
I can
you
get it
get
going?
everything on the screen, because right now I see your blank screen.
No, I get that, but it's not letting me. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, I thought that usually
Yeah.
it's in the.
That's what he wants on the screen, ladies and gentlemen. I can't
Yeah.
make this up.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna have to slide it over. Just 1 second here. Here we go. Now we'll try it. Okay.
Oh, it's a screen share. Screen share you're doing.
Yeah. Okay. So we're there, guys.
I'm
Okay.
just surprised. I don't see that in the preview for on the Restream client here. Usually,
No.
no, not on my end.
Okay. I think I got it. Yep. We're there. We're good. We're good. We made it. We made it. We're there. All right. Here we go. Sorry, guys. Sorry about what happened here. Okay. And now we'll just make this bigger. There we go. Okay. Yeah. I have too many. I have in front of me, I have multiple screens. That's part of my problem. Like actual screens. So, but if you look here, this is what was anticipated prior to the
Mhm.
season.
Mm-hmm.
And most of these were a bust.
Okay.
Of the people like Hunter Henry, I loved all year. I think he will be a good pick next year. I think he'll do quite well next year. Isaiah Likely, I thought was okay this year, but not dynamic point wise. What do you think, Tony D?
His offense.
And this is all for fantasy football, right, Mike?
Right at the beginning of the year. This was
This
preseason
is preseason predictions. So
last
Isaiah
year.
Likely was
Last
in
year.
place.
Last year.
Oh, this was last year's?
Yeah, this is the beginning of our season.
Okay, so the beginning of this season that we're currently still in.
Yeah.
So
So
Isaiah Likely was in play because Mark Andrews got hurt last year.
Yeah.
He was doing good. So they had two tight ends they could rely on. He
Yeah.
didn't get numbers because along with the two tight ends and the receivers, they also had Derrick Henry and Lamar Jackson.
Right.
He wasn't
Yeah.
going to get those numbers, but he was still there in the time of need, hands down.
What's really weird is now look at this here. Is this still true? Because there are a lot of quarterbacks like this.
Know how to win.
They
He knows how to win. It's just the rest of the pieces that are on the team don't know how to win.
he doesn't know how to win in the
Now,
playoffs. He's got the same amount of wins as
Yeah.
Jaden now. Jaden and him have two.
but do you
Jay-
think the Dallas Cowboys will get wins if they have Deion Sanders? As
Oh Jesus Christ! Yeah,
just
I
throwing it out there.
I think that will be a nightmare.
Just throwing it out there, Michael.
Oh my God! Do you imagine? There's only one ego in the universe bigger than Jerry's, and that is Deion's. Maybe that will work.
Yeah, but go on, Michael. I'm sorry. It's
No, nothing to be sorry about. It's just he said he would never leave college football because they want. He said the pro athletes won't listen to him.
Gentlemen, let me answer the phone real quick. You two have the floor.
Yeah.
go ahead, Michael. Yeah,
Go ahead.
We got it. We can.
Yeah, okay. We're gonna call him Dead Space. There you go. There you go. This is the craziest statement, Rich. Look at this. I think he's clearly the most underrated QB in the league. He is much better than I was at this age. I see a lot of myself in him. Tom Brady talking about. Do you know who this is?
It's Donald from Minnesota.
Nope.
Oh, it's not.
No. It's Titans quarterback.
Oh, okay. I think I would agree with that statement because he is a good quarterback. He just had a bad season.
His name is Will Levis. For those who
Levis, yeah, okay.
yeah. He was so upset in the draft that he wasn't in the top 3. Do you remember that? And he didn't go until I think he was like the 31st pick.
Sorry about that, y'all. I'm back.
You're fine.
The Dead Air community called and said, "Who is calling?" No, we won't go there. All right, we'll leave that alone. So we have. I think he is a shambles. This guy. I don't think he is worth the $55 million.
I don't, whatever commentary comes out of Cam Newton now, I can't take it serious because he's
Why?
He's too flamboyant and stuff.
He
was a damn good quarterback and stuff like that, but he just
he's on a governor now, Fireman Rich. He's on a major network. They don't let him go crazy.
What network is he on?
ESPN, I think.
I have yet to see him. Okay, I haven't seen him, so I'll hold that back because
a lot of the shit he says is right. Yeah, do you know they were going a game manager, game changer, right?
Yeah.
Am I right about that, Tony?
Yeah.
So that now is terms that people are using all the time. So Brock Purdy is a game manager.
I think it's sort of disingenuous him being a quarterback and he's pointing the finger at Dak Prescott when he has, in my opinion, some of his own issues back when he was a quarterback.
Okay, we were just talking about this. You would have swore that I planned this. So, Jordan Love, worth $55 million?
Yes.
Yes.
No. Hell no.
Yes, he is.
No, he's not. Trevor Lawrence, he's not worth $1 over 30.
Right now, he doesn't look like it. Right
No.
now, Trevor Lawrence does not look like it.
But
Right
that team and that community wants him. So I think he has another year, and then after that, then I would say.
Good point. Good point. How about this in the future? And I think this is where it's going because I think the owners are going to finally figure out there's always new quarterbacks. So hear me out. I think it's going to be incentives. You make a base salary. If you get to this level, this many touchdowns, that's like we saw at the end of the year. You know, guys were getting $1 million for that extra sack, right?
Right.
If you make it to the first level, the second level, if you get 12 games, you win this, you get this, then we'll pay you the $55 million. Trevor Lawrence was a joke this year for $55 million. You could almost, in the CFL, that'd be 2 teams. Okay, we're not going there. Joe Burrow, yes.
No, he should.
Yes,
he should have got more.
He earned his money.
He should have got more. He should have got maybe another $10 million.
Yeah. Do you know who makes less than all of them right here? He's on the screen.
I think that's by design because he's making that number that you're showing for each one of those quarterbacks.
Yeah, they're accurate.
Does not factor in what they get for endorsement. This guy.
Oh, I know, it's ridiculous.
He's cleaning up, so he doesn't care about what the team. He knows where, just being on the team, he is making a boatload of money.
Fireman Rich, Tony wants to add something.
I agree. They should probably pay him more, but I think it's by his own design because I think he's genuinely wants to at this point in his career, he wants that three-peat. If they get it, it remains to see. But if he's looking at his legacy right now, I think with Mahomes,
he's a smart businessman. Tony, what were you going to say, buddy?
Out of all of those quarterbacks, how many have been to the Super Bowl?
Good point. Lamar.
Nope.
Lamar's never been.
He didn't go to. Okay.
Jalen.
And
Burrows.
And Burrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So why is Jalen
and the guy that's the pitcher has been there.
So why is Jalen Hurts making less than Burrow?
Timing. He got his money first. That's all.
You think so?
Yeah, I know so. That's it.
Yeah.
So, they're now talking Brock Purdy might get somewhere in the range of $300 million. That's the new number they're putting out there,
He's
but
been to the
multi-year.
Super Bowl, so I won't take that away from him. He's been to the Super Bowl. I won't take
Yeah.
that away from him.
But isn't that you're saying $300 million for how many years?
Multiple years, I think.
Okay. But
so which will be good value, Rich. Let's say it's 6 years.
But it was also in the news that he was reported he had no problems taking less if it benefited the team. Something.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
So that you got to with all this money floating around, I think it's to the quarterback's credit when they're on record saying, "Hey, I will take less money," because that right there tells that they're for the team and they want to win to go to the Super Bowl.
So Jared Goff, Tony, was he worth the money this year?
Yes.
Yeah, I think so too. I think he showed enough. He had a bad game, or he played a good team. I'm not really sure. We'll know long term, won't we? Justin Herbert, I think he earned about maybe 40 million. I don't know if he earned 50, but that's not up to me to decide. He still has not made it to the playoff. He's not been in the Super Bowl. So, okay, we got lots to cover, but
Lamar Jackson, he should have been. He could have been paid a little bit more. I think he's.
I'm worried about him right now. I don't know how effective he's going to be.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is
go back for a second. Hold on.
Sure. You want me to go back? Okay.
Yeah. Looking at those quarterbacks. We keep talking about Dak Prescott. Oh, he's not doing enough. How much does he make? And look at what Trevor Lawrence makes.
He makes 60. This list here is before he got paid.
Oh,
exactly. I'm still on that. Okay. I'm still on that. Nobody's giving Trevor Lawrence the hell they gave Dak Prescott for the same time that they was in the NFL. Dak Prescott was catching hell since he got drafted. Trevor Lawrence hasn't. Trevor Lawrence is supposed to be a better quarterback, but he doesn't have a better record in 2 seasons. And that's something that probably needs to be compared and looked at. 2, I'm going to say this. Give me 1 second, Richard. I apologize to you. I apologize to you.
No. Go, Tony.
I'm going to be very controversial.
Oh, I like that.
What has Tua done to get that $53 million?
Oh, there's a lot of truth there.
Good quarterback, great team. Injuries took him down.
Yeah.
They're paying for his injuries. I got no beef with that. None. Once again, everybody gives Dak Prescott all his hell. Look at that money Trevor Lawrence got. Now, they did criticize his contract when he got it. There was criticizing. This is a fact. Dak Prescott has been to the playoffs. He has had a winning record. And people dare say he's not worth the money. Justin Herbert. Tua. Trevor. A little bit less, not the same duration. But look at the time frame of when they were in the league to the time frame when he was in the league. Compare those numbers and see if it was still worth it. My problem with everybody getting on Dak Prescott, and I've said it before, I'm going to say it again, he's on the Cowboys. They're supposed to go to the playoffs. They're supposed to go to the Super Bowl. Everybody wants that. That's why he's being criticized. Other than that, right now, Trevor don't deserve that money, but he plans on being there as long as Patrick Mahomes.
I think whether he deserves it or not, that I disagree with that because
go ahead.
Of the simple fact that you look at these are individual teams, and their entities are making the decision on that. It's not the status. Okay, so those individual entities see a value in each one of these quarterbacks.
Absolutely.
So if it's outrageous, now we could analyze it and throw this at it, and that's our opinions. But the bottom line is that you have someone in the front office is saying, well, like Trevor Lawrence, okay, he's not no bum. He's a good quarter. All these quarterbacks,
good quarterback, absolutely, 100%.
Quarterback. Yes. So now, what do they need? That and it's the fan base that's going to start complaining, which I don't think any of the fan base of any of these quarterbacks, along with Dak Prescott down in the Dallas, Texas
Jacksonville fans are pissed. I do know people down.
Well, they because Dallas is always they've always, even when I was growing up, they were always at a standard along with the Green Bay Packers back in
the day. To get to the Super Bowl, period.
Exactly. Okay, they were like the New York Yankees and stuff like that. So I think all these players, you could argue about the money, and that seems to be a subject to talk about because there's a lot of money in this game.
Yes, there is.
But if they're giving these quarterbacks this money, it's for a reason, because they know they're going to draw the fans. That's money in the coffers for each one of these teams. So you got to keep that in context and perspective, that these are individual teams that are making these decisions.
I agree with you 100%. I do.
Are you guys ready for some
I'm
different?
good.
I
I'm good. Yeah, I just want to throw that out there. Go ahead.
No, I
please.
just want to mention something to you, because I that was not a complete list, so I just want to
But
help you
it
here.
is a benchmark of the money that's out there that these quarterbacks are
Yeah.
making. So
Well, here's the thing. Wow, your mic got really loud there for a
Yeah,
second.
yeah.
It almost blew my ear
You're
out.
good,
Okay.
Rich. You just came in real play.
It was like crazy loud, like a blowhorn. All right, so we have here, we're looking at number one. Number one right now is Dak Prescott. He's guaranteed $240 million.
Good.
Now the fully guaranteed part, even if he gets hurt, is $129.
I could live off the rest of my life.
Yeah, so he's making $60 a year. Joe Burrow is making $55. We got Jordan Love at $55. We got Trevor Lawrence $55. Tua at $53. Jarrett at $53. Justin Herbert at $52. Lamar Jackson at $52. Jalen Hurts at $51. Kyler Murray at $46. Dijon Mustard Watson,
Stop it.
46. Then we have a guy named Kirk Cousins. He sounds familiar to me, like he was somebody one time point. $45 million. We got Patrick Mahomes at $45 million. Josh Allen at $43 million, and Matt Stafford at $40. Then we have a guy that is very close friends with our dear friend Fireman Rich. Aaron Rodgers is getting $37. And then directly below that, we have Derek Carr at $37 and Baker Mayfield at $33. And then Geno Smith. And I tell you, Gardner Minshew is definitely worth every penny they're paying him. He oh my God, that's ridiculous. He's getting $25 million. Okay. That is crazy.
We need to go through that list on another date. Let's keep going what we got right now, please. I want to go through that list. Can save that list, Mike, please.
I will. I promise. I will. I'll get it. It's very complicated. I'm going to have to cut it to get it to
screenshot. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's crazy. Now, here's the thing that people don't realize, that these big contracts always have an outdoor. Most of the people don't know this. If you're injured or this or that, or they're not happy,
you don't get all that money. You don't get all of that money.
They let you go.
Oh, okay. There's strings attached.
That's true. Yeah, we got that. We got that part.
Yeah, a lot of people say, "Oh, he's got to get 250." No, he won't. He has to meet some criteria, but they're still going to be out $100 million. And you and I would love to be in a situation where someone was giving us $1 million a year, right? Not 100 or 25 million. Now, yeah, okay. Let's go to the next one. I think we're ranting here now.
We. Okay.
Okay. So, this is who they were basically saying you had to go with. Jalen Hurts. Not really. Josh Allen, yes.
A year.
Oh, I hear myself.
Sorry.
That's okay, buddy. Christian McCaffrey was a giant bust in fantasy football this year. So many people lost their shirts because of him, buddy.
Injury doesn't make you a bust.
Well, if you don't win your pool and you picked him, he's a bust.
No,
Sorry.
the bust is somebody, and I hate to say this.
Yeah.
The performance of Bryce Young the past 2 seasons is a bust.
Okay.
Injuries I don't use against players.
Yeah.
Jalen Hurts, I think he got hurt, but he was up for MVP one year, was he not?
The year they went to the Super Bowl.
Yes. And
He was in the voting. There was that
top
questionable
40
call, right, for holding.
There was a whole lot. And my problem is he's not getting a lot of the respect he deserves.
Yes. And
his offense is set up the same way Baltimore's is.
Yeah.
Josh Allen in place without question. Christian McCaffrey, injuries. Patrick Mahomes, no brainer. Lamar Jackson, no brainer. Anthony Richardson, injuries. CJ Stroud, rookie.
No way. Anthony Richardson is undisciplined and not a proven commodity.
He got hurt.
No, he's not a great player. He
Okay.
just isn't. I love him. Don't
Rich,
get
do
me
me a
wrong.
favor. Sit back, get your coffee for this one.
No, no, you're wrong on that
Mike,
one. He is
Tell me
not
the
a great
last-
player.
Tell me the last comfortable quarterback in the Indianapolis Colts. They ain't had
that's-
one
Yeah, that's a very fair.
Flacco.
Flacco, yes.
since Andrew Luck.
He
Oh,
was-
Luck. Yeah, Luck. He was a good.
Luck left and they shit on him, but he was getting his ass damn near dismembered.
Yeah.
They haven't had a comfortable quarterback situation since.
CJ Stroud had a rough year, but he redeemed himself by getting that
CJ
win.
Stroud is outstanding. They just lost. As a player, he's been outstanding. They just lost. And we could leave it at that, honestly, because
Kyler Murray was better than the
Kyler
year
Murray
before.
had injury issues, and he should be about as good as Lamar Jackson. He's
Yeah,
best
I
been
think-
his
I don't
potential
think
with him
that.
since college. He was supposed to be the second Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, it didn't happen.
Joe
Joe Burrow
outstanding.
should be number one.
Outstanding. CeeDee Lamb, I wish you would talk against my fantasy football wide receiver.
Yeah, he was a bust.
No, he was not.
Yes, he was.
Watch this season. No, he was not. I don't care what the number.
He was not. He. Do you know how many people lost because of him?
What did they lose? He didn't get
Oh
the
my
ball.
god, that they lost the league because he was projected to
They
make.
fault.
He was supposed to get over 20 points. Guess what
Mhm.
happened? This guy named Dak Prescott that you keep promoting,
Take your time.
it's bad. You are sniffing modeling glue when it comes to Dak.
You're sniffing Molly Glue when it comes to Stephon Diggs. Keep going.
Okay. Dak Prescott, they happen to be side by side. Isn't that funny? And then the
CeeDee
one you
Lamb
say is a
my
bust.
fantasy
is
football wide
Brees.
receiver. Najee Harris is my fantasy football.
He
running
got hurt.
Who did? Najee Harris?
Yeah.
He keeps getting hurt.
hmm
He is the second coming of Derrick Henry.
Yeah, but don't go near him next year, buddy. You need to run away from him.
No, I'm not. I have favorite players and I stick with them. That's how I play fantasy football.
Yeah, you didn't win though.
It's not about winning. I want to see how my team would do if I put it together.
Oh, okay.
That's how I've always treated fantasy football.
All
Brees Hall, hands down, one of the better running backs.
Oh,
in the
we
NFL.
lost Rich. We're talking.
Rich will
to
be
me.
back. I told him to go get his coffee.
All right. Brees Hall.
Outstanding running back when he gets the ball enough and he stays healthy. Two falls against him in his career: health and getting the ball enough.
Do you know who they predict is going to be a great back next year?
Wait a minute, let me look at this.
HN.
A-Chain's doing fine. That's your man's.
Yeah.
That's your man's right there.
Pacheco has not been great this year.
He hasn't gotten the ball as much.
Yeah.
He gets the ball, but
Trey McBride. How many times did they tell us not
they
to follow
said
him?
This season, he was supposed to be the man for tight ends.
He was. He was
Yes.
in the top 3.
Yes.
But they kept saying don't. Oh, and Chris Godwin would have had a monster year this year.
He would
What
have been right there with Mike Evans with the numbers.
Oh, absolutely. You would have been
What you
over
got, Rich?
1,000.
What
Yeah.
you got, Rich?
What you got, Rich? You got a cold?
No. I just. It's,
I thought you were saying something. My
no,
apologies.
no, you're good. You guys are good.
Chase Brown was phenomenal.
Let me go back and I apologize.
You
Chris
don't apologize,
Godwin
really.
and Mike Evans are 2,000-yard wide receivers for the same
Uh-huh.
team. You can't mess with them. You should have them on your rosters as wide
Yeah.
receivers. They came back from an injury and still broke 1,000 yards. What did that tell you about that team and how they play a game?
Ray Davis was good this year.
Who is
Buffalo.
I don't
Buffalo
know.
running back. Oh, he's
I don't
so
know
good.
him. Okay. I
He's
don't
so
know.
good. Like he was pretty much abandoned as a child.
Okay.
He had a couple people help him, including the church,
Mhm.
and he found himself in a school where they also helped him, and now he's a professional athlete. He's doing phenomenal,
His story
and he plays for Buffalo. He has so much heart. His story's great.
he
yeah.
is a blessing.
Yes,
God bless him, honestly.
very much
Um,
like Fireman Rich.
Absolutely. Christian Watson.
A blessing.
He's going to be a decent wide receiver. He stays healthy. He got hurt this year. Deontay
Yeah.
Johnson, he needs a team that's going to give him the ball. Terry McLaurin, comfortable. Tank Dell, stay healthy. You're comfortable with your team. Chase Brown, no problem.
Christian Watson got hurt,
Yes, he did.
right?
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
So these would be that list of names you just rattled off, Tony. Those would be a list of folks that you'd want to write down and keep for next year. For
No,
fantasy.
they were predictions for this year.
These
and
were
we're go-
predictions for this year.
Well,
Yeah, and
what's
Tony is going on and on about the wonder and glory of goddamn Dak Prescott, who killed so many people's fantasy. We got Brian in the house.
Yep. Good morning, Brian.
Yeah.
Y'all come on up. You're the next contestant.
Brian, what's
It's
up, man?
all
Yeah,
right.
I know he was out and about, man. You
Coming-
good?
coming
Cause
in from
I figured you was going, so you are.
Worth the 25 million.
Phew. I don't know
Every
about this-
dime.
I don't know about this guy.
Oh my God.
Who is this guy?
It's Gardner Minshew.
The starting quarterback for the Raiders. I wonder why they didn't do too well. And then they also have another stud named Aiden O'Connell, who has just been phenomenal. Not.
He said,
Yeah.
no.
Well, maybe I think I heard.
There is the
one of the
superstar
sub-owners
right
of,
there.
the Los
Right there.
Angeles, or the Las Vegas Raiders. There, a partial owner there. I think. Did he mention something about Aaron going there? No, I guess that's just a rumor. I'm starting a rumor.
Chicago did not want this guy because he was too thin.
Good.
And he was,
They did him
and,
a
he,
favor.
and he was too old.
They
Too
did him a
old.
favor.
Too
They did
old
him a
and too
favor.
thin.
They did
How
him a
old
favor.
is he? How old is he?
He has something like 5 years of playing in college.
That's
Okay,
only one extra year.
he was a red shirt.
He played extra-
Is that a red-
extra year.
isn't
He
it a
played
red
extra year.
shirt?
He played an extra year.
Yeah.
Brian wants to know, was he the lone wolf that picked Washington Rich?
Yeah, but you lost your other game,
Yeah. So
Brian.
you 1-1 with the rest of us.
I love how you sit him down.
You're Houston.
You
you're
just
Houston
simmer
Texans.
down there.
You're concerned about your
Know
win.
your
don't-
place,
You don't,
Brian.
you don't say anything about your Houston Texans there, which I thought they put up a good fight, but there's
I'm
next
glad.
year for them.
I'm glad he's still alive after that game because I know he was losing it.
I thought they were going to win, Brian. I was right there the first half.
Hey, this guy has had a phenomenal year. He's pretty
Has he?
much a no-name. He's been unbelievable.
Who is he?
He's on the defense. I saw him.
Yeah,
last
he's
night.
great.
He had
He's
some key tackles last night.
Excellent.
He's wonderful. Okay, here we go. Bring it a little bigger here for you. So, huge bust. Calvin Ridley was horrible this year.
He didn't get the ball.
Chris Godwin got hurt.
Mhm.
I don't know how to pronounce his name
Terry
properly.
McLaurin. He had a great season.
McLaurin. Yeah, he had a good
Mc-
season. McLaurin.
Oh,
Yeah.
phenomenal.
Yes, he did.
He was part of the reason they won.
Yes, he did.
A big reason.
The wandering Australian.
Hey, Wandering Australia. Good morning or good afternoon, sir. Good day, sir.
Good day to you. Good
Good
day.
day, mate.
Good day, mates.
Yeah, so Terry McLaurin is probably one of the best improvement stories this year. Like he is
Let me jump in on that.
sure.
Not so much of an improvement. He just got the ball.
Okay.
He's been there.
He was able to shine.
He's-
Hollywood
yes,
Brown
he's-
they contained, eh? Did he get anything? Rich,
No.
did Hollywood Brown even get a reception?
I'm
And
not-
Worthy looked great. That one
Yeah,
catch.
he had one catch that was phenomenal in the second half last.
Now, was that Worthy or was that Hollywood Brown?
Oh, maybe
Both.
that was Worthy.
That was
Okay.
Worthy.
Oh, you're right. I think that was Worthy. I don't think I saw Hollywood get a reception.
Keenan Allen had moments this year. I was hoping he would be better.
Yes, you were. Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
Yeah, Lad McConkey was unbelievable.
Yes, we're going to keep a watch. He should be on the watch list for next season's fantasy.
Oh, big time. And Xavier Worthy, for that matter.
Absolutely. Xavier Worthy's faster than Tyreek Hill.
Yeah.
Yeah, keep your eyes on him. Zay Flowers, Brian's wide receiver, one of his favorites.
One of my favorite players is Jordan Addison, but he was not, what's the word? He wasn't consistent.
No.
He
Not
just
entirely
wasn't.
so.
And another guy we love, Kean Coleman, but he's just not consistent. He's high rate, like he's either, doing this catch that is beyond your wildest dream, beating two people, or not effective. And
We've got a
Cortland Sutton,
strong list of wide receivers up here. It's about whether or not they're getting the ball enough. And Cortland Sutton,
he was monster.
keep him on your watch list for fantasy football, ladies. and gentlemen.
Absolutely.
Keep him on, and he should have been one of the top ranking wide receivers.
Someone needs to call someone because Tony and I actually agree on something.
Yeah.
Someone call Dak Prescott. Call him right now.
Yeah. Christian
Give him a
Watson,
call.
good. Jaden Reed, good. Hollywood Brown. Yeah. I got no problem with that list. None.
Okay. Nico Collins.
Stay healthy.
God, he's good, man.
Stay
This
healthy.
guy here, I think he's related to Aaron, isn't he? They're blood brothers.
Terrible. You know that?
Devontae. Well, they live in the same house.
Well, he brought him there in the midseason and hooked him up. They're teammates. They're former teammates in Green Bay.
Yeah, isn't he on the Jets now?
Yes,
He is, and he played the best game I've ever seen in the last game.
Against Miami. Yes, they did. They
That
looked
was
great
phenomenal.
against Miami. The Jets looked phenomenal against Miami. What took
Uh,
all season is my question.
We have Brandon Ayuk, who became Stefan Diggs this year.
Brandon
He
Ayuk
did.
got hurt. Stop it.
No, he was a drama queen at the beginning. Don't
Guess
you remember?
why? Because he had been there for so long. He deserved that money.
He sure didn't show it.
Yes,
The
he did.
biggest
It's-
drama queen on that list, Michael, is down there in position number 29.
Oh, for God's sake.
No, you said you used to defend him.
No, I don't. No, I never liked him on the Bills. I didn't really. No, he thinks he made Josh Allen. Josh Allen made him a good.
Yeah, so
he
true.
wasn't a-
George Pickens. God, is that guy
yeah,
talented?
George, yeah, he's a
But
good.
he is he's
old.
not a good teammate. He just isn't.
Oh, you don't think so?
No, he makes really rash, crazy decisions. He
Oh.
does crazy stuff. He's a little bit like a guy from Miami who is constantly asking to be traded. Tyreek Hill. I want to be on it. He's
This
like
is
a
where I got to
5-year-old.
deal with, ladies and gentlemen.
He's like a
1965.
5-year-old.
Thank you all for being here.
I don't want to be on this team anymore.
You hurry up.
I want to be on a team that might win the Super Bowl this
You
year.
hurry up.
Anybody want
Your
me?
followers are following. Your people are watching. Hurry up.
T. Higgins still not paid.
Still not paid. Ridiculous.
Jesus, that's so disrespectful.
It is disrespectful. I agree.
DJ Moore, is he done? Is he too old?
No.
Listen,
No.
no, he's still good.
Somebody
No.
pick him up. If
Malik
Chicago
Neighbors.
lets him go,
Yeah.
somebody pick him up.
Somebody pick up Malik Neighbors, even though he's not a nice human being. He
He's a
says
nice
horrible
human being.
things.
Because
They are accurate, though.
He's very accurate.
Do you remember the awful things he was saying about his quarterback that's no
Mhm.
longer there? Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Amari Cooper, I'm sorry, is so far been a bit of a bust for us. He has. I like him. He's a great guy.
I like
He-
him still. He's a
He,
good.
he did a great pass to Josh Allen. That's about the only thing I remember, and a couple catches.
Amari Cooper is one of the better wide receivers in the NFL. In my opinion, injuries have killed him.
They're paying him nothing. You know that, right?
I know. And it's
Nothing.
disrespectful.
So you can't expect a lot.
Disrespectful.
Devontae Smith, what do you think,
Right.
guys?
One of the best wide receivers in the NFL. Next.
Is he worth to have on your fantasy next year?
I would have him as my second best wide receiver. I'm putting CeeDee Lamb up front because
Yeah.
I watched the CeeDee Lamb since the draft and didn't know nothing about him. And I've been right. Devontae
Yeah.
Smith, former Alabama wide receiver, I believe, and he is good. And he's on the Eagles. Hands down, should be one of the best. Sadie, thank you,
Rich.
for lady. Thank you, thank
Yes.
you, thank you.
Christian Kirk, how did he do this year? He did well, right?
No, he
Really
didn't.
well.
No, he didn't.
No?
No.
Okay, he tricked me. I thought Christian Kirk was going to do
Christian
well this
Kirk
year,
should be excelling. He's just not.
but he's
where he
not.
should be.
And
I wish
Rasheed
that
Rice
he-
got hurt, right?
He got
A
hurt.
fluky leg-on-leg injury with Patrick Mahomes.
Hi, Sadie.
Christian Kirk should be one of the better wide receivers in the NFL. He's not where I would like.
All
him.
right, so whatever weed that Tony has digested throughout the year
I don't
that
do
has
that.
fogged up his brain
I don't do
patterns
I don't do
is
that.
on this list. This is what they thought at the beginning of the year. Okay. Number one, with a bullet, Kansas City Chiefs. Can't argue that. Then we got these sympathetic hearts that didn't see old people playing on
I
the
think
field.
halfway through, going from halfway point to the end of the season, I think we started writing off San Francisco. So
I think I wrote them off in the Super Bowl.
I did when the second injury hit, Rich.
Mhm.
When the second
at
injury
the
hit,
beginning of the season, I thought they were going to be right in there and stuff like
Yeah.
that.
Yes.
They had potential, but at the halfway point,
no Milton.
And here's the
Well,
other
that
thing.
is
The
no-
Ravens are still in it, even though they broke my heart last year. Detroit Lions
They're
actually
out.
did worse this year, right? Than
Yeah.
last year.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
yeah, because they went to the championship last year.
Yeah, they did 2 wins. Buffalo Bills. I feel sick. I hope it goes well. And there's a guy, his name's Tony D, as in delightful, who was on the cowboy train, even though I said clear house. I said it as soon as they lost. I said you got to I don't care what happens. Don't go for the 12 wins. Get rid of all the pieces. Try again. It's done. If you've tried 4 times, up the Bills. What the hell's that?
The Wandering Aussie. We got a Bills fan in Australia.
Okay.
Thank you,
And-
Wandering Australian.
Philadelphia, I was super.
Against.
No, I love them from the beginning, but I'm worried now because of the concussion. And CJ Stroud, somehow I think they're about the same. They're about the what, eighth best team, maybe a little better. Do you know it was the exact same playoff roster as the year before? The same teams made it. It was so weird. So, whatever therapy Tony needs to get over the 49ers, and they say they're going to rebuild, and it could be a lot of fantasy guys are going, they may be the team.
Now that's an interesting take that Milton has there. They need the GM for the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah, that's Jerry.
Oh, that's Gary?
No, Jerry Jones.
No, Jerry Jones is the owner.
And
No,
GM. And
He's the GM.
Oh, he
And
is?
GM.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's an
Okay.
idiot. He's
He's not.
So he's had a great. That's what Brian's been talking about here the last several weeks.
Now, I was the only one.
Mike, go back.
Oh, of course. Okay.
Go back. Number 8.
Yes.
Yeah.
We just said that. They
But
did the exactly
I
the
wasn't
same.
expecting them in the beginning of the season to make it as far as they did.
That
I
list.
got to be honest with you. I did
Beginning of the year.
at the beginning of the year. I wasn't
Yeah.
even considering them.
Before the season started. Go
I
ahead.
had every team up there
Uh-huh.
except for the Texans.
Uh-huh.
I had the Bengals.
Yeah, and you would have been right if they could win.
Everything but the Texans. I had the Bengals. Yeah. It's all
Yeah,
good.
if they get, you know what's sad? They were looking great at the end of the year.
Injuries. Burrow went down, cost him a few games.
Now, I saw him in an interview and I fell in love with him. I was like, this
Good
guy.
quarterback.
But I like him as a human. I was like, he's going to do well. I didn't know how well.
They're comparing him to Breeze.
Really?
I've heard a couple commentaries because of the coach that's on there. That's one of Michael's favorites.
Yeah. And Sean Payton. Yeah.
Sean Payton. Michael loves Sean Payton.
Sean Payton. Makes sense.
No bite, Mike. Huh? No bite. No, but the commentators that when they were playing a few weeks ago.
Aaron Rodgers called and he says, you're playing dirty. Stop.
Yeah.
Okay.
Stephon Diggs called. He said, you're playing dirty. Stop.
He's right. I am.
Thank you.
Yeah. He's right. Listen, guess what? Hate the game, not the player. I know, I guess.
CeeDee Lamb, number 1. You see that, right?
Number 1, yeah, at the beginning of the year. And guess what?
That, right?
You went to ayahuasca farm and you were with them, and
Do
that's
you know
what
why?
you believe.
Do you know why he was number 1?
Because everybody was listening to this guy named Tony D.
No, because of his
Smoking the smoke.
His stats from last season. He was a
No,
monster.
beginning of the season season.
Last season, the way he ended, he was one of the highest.
Yeah, it doesn't
He
matter.
had
You're
the
supposed
highest
to
number of
project.
yards and receptions.
You're supposed to project the year. If you saw that they lost in the playoffs,
Ladies
he
and
didn't
gentlemen,
even
this is what
he
happened.
didn't even show up in the playoffs. He didn't.
Mike is suffering from some of the smoke that went from LA up to Canada.
Oh yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, yeah.
What's wrong with him?
I you know what this is? This is rage because the friggin' Lions lost. See,
Right.
I'm so happy for the Commanders. Can you tell?
Mm-hmm.
Rich, say something. Go. Rich wants to say something. Go,
He
Rich.
can't get a word in edgewise.
I'm just listening here.
No.
Commentary about
What's your thoughts on the Commanders? Go.
Oh, the Commanders. They're another team I would have never thought, and I think you at this point, especially what they did last night, you have to take them serious. You got to take them serious. Milton said football, as well as other sports, is a sport of attention. And
I see you, bro. I see you.
And let's see. Matthew Hawkins says my lineup winning today. We're going to win, Tony. You got the money on the table on this too. Whatever game he's talking about. So
He's picking games, yeah.
yeah. But Washington, they have at this point they have a possibility of taking it all because they took it away from Detroit, and I thought Detroit was a sure win to be the NFC representative in the Super Bowl. Now they're out. That's the big shocker right so far, halfway through the playoffs here.
Tony,
Yes.
listen to me before I say this. I really want you to listen to the wording of this.
This
Okay.
is going to be good. Go ahead.
And it's a serious question. It's despicable the way that Tyreek Hill acts. But I believe there are teams out there that will pull it up with his BS because they need him. First part of the question is, who are these teams that are willing to put up with the BS and will forget all the craziness, including getting arrested on TV with his Lamborghini? Oh, hey, it rhymes. Go ahead.
You are so full of shit.
He didn't get arrested. He was detained.
He was detained. You are so full of shit. He was heading to the facility for the game.
Mm-hmm.
They know who
Yeah, he had a mouth. Okay, he even said that he had a little bit of a mouth.
He had a mouth. Here's the thing: he was headed to the facility for the game that was at home, and that's his hometown.
Right.
That was some bullshit. They know who the hell he is.
Matthew is laying some shit towards you here. Did you see this?
Yeah.
Lions had no chance. It was no shock.
It was a shock to me. They had a chance.
I think it was a shock to everybody in Detroit.
Yeah.
But
Look at all the analysts. Nobody. I don't think there's a single analyst that you can bring up saying that they thought Washington was going to win.
No, there was a few, but they said if it becomes a shootout, the Lions.
That's true. I did hear that, Michael. Yes, you're right.
Yeah, that they'll lose. They said, but if they can contain it and keep it within a low-scoring game somehow. But the problem is, Detroit has had no defense for about 5 weeks. Let's be real.
That's what people don't acknowledge, the defensive injury that they had during the season. We talked about that up
there. They were calling people in.
Yes, we talked about that.
Yeah, we did because we're on it.
No, Matt. No. They had injury like crazy on that team. Trust me. They had crazy.
Detroit's a loser. They had a 15 win season.
I want to put this wagon back on the track.
Of a loser. I'll agree with that, Matthew. But
Tyreek Hill, what teams? What teams? You too, Rich. Think about this. What teams will tolerate his BS?
Where does he want to go? Is my question. Where does he want to go?
Oh, that's a good question.
Who's that? Who?
Tyreek Hill.
I don't think he's that. Oh,
hey. My God! Look at this. Who's this?
Woo-hoo! He made it.
The man.
What up,
the
Ted?
dude?
On,
the
bro?
legend.
Hello,
Ted.
Of the 9,000 questions I asked, which one would you like to answer, sir?
Let's just go with the flow of the show.
Okay, Tyreek Hill. Despicable behavior, not a very nice human being, definitely has a lot of kids. Where is he going to go, and what team is going to tolerate him when he has these outbursts of when he doesn't get his way, he has a tantrum like a 5-year-old.
Has he had more than one outburst since the speeding thing?
He at the end of the game he was like, I'm done. I don't want to be here anymore.
And Matthew, that's true. They are playing team ball. You could see that on the sidelines of last night's game. As far as
how you doing, Donald?
And they had hurt guys. Yeah, I agree with that totally, Matthew. That's a good statement. On paper, it told you what was happening, and it's a whole different ball game when we're in the playoffs. But to call Detroit losers, they had a 15. Let's be real, they had a 15-game win season. They just lost a crucial game. So
they got beat by a good team.
But the Commanders had a 14. They won 14 games, didn't they?
That's my point. They got beat by a good team.
They did. It's like being beaten by Ted. You have to take it. You just go, Ted. Tyreek Hill, what's going on?
Commanders had 12 wins, 5 losses for the season.
You won't even go for it. You won't even go along with it. I know they didn't have 14. I know they didn't. I was just putting shit in there, buddy.
What is in your coffee?
I think Detroit had how many players hurt? 15, 16 players?
13 to 15 for the last 5 weeks.
Yeah. They weren't fully recovered.
They were depending totally on their offense, which kind of looked battered. Jameer was freaking amazing. So you're clearly not answering the Tyreek question.
The Tyreek Hill? Yes. Where's he going to go?
Where's he going to go? Who's going to tolerate that?
I don't know. That's he's the classic person that needs the morals clause entered into his agreement, and
Well said.
He
Well
just-
said.
he
Yeah,
just does
he's
some
an
questionable
HR
stuff.
nightmare, right?
He does some questionable stuff. I'll just
Yeah.
leave it there.
Yes, Eddie, I know about that. Rich was on that before he was
What
over
is
on
that?
Rumble. I know what you're
Okay.
Oh,
talking
that was guest stars. That was guest stars. That's something new, Tony.
No, they still got the knock on there. Remember when you had the knock on rules?
No, well, the knock came after guest stars.
Yes,
So-
but knock was up there before you went to Rumble. Because I remember I heard it one time when you broadcast. Somebody was knocking one time.
Tony,
I
can
do
we
know about. I
talk?
got to do it more. The
Can we
Lions
talk
are-
about the TikTok problems?
We're going to get to that once you hurry the hell up.
We're at 109.
I know. That's why you need to hurry the hell up.
It's been a great show.
I never said it wasn't. I
Ask
just
me.
need
I'll
you to-
tell you, it's been wonderful. I don't know about Fireman Rich, what he'll feel, but
I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it. I'm just glad to see
And Ted is evading every
rarely see
question. Hi,
Ted.
Ted.
So this is
I got you,
This
Sadie.
is one of
Thank
the
you, Sadie.
best shows ever because Ted Hicks is on this broadcast.
yeah, absolutely. We agree on something.
Golf clap.
Oh, very good.
Ladies and
On
gentlemen,
top of the
let me help
morning
you
to
out.
you, sir.
Michael Bathurst is going through late midlife crisis. I
Oh,
have
shut
no
up.
idea what the hell's going on with his ass.
I did that 10 years ago. We're okay. I'm still
He's
nuts.
still going through it.
Yeah. Garrett Wilson,
Good point,
guys.
Milton. Good point, Milton. The Lions averaged 30 points a game, and they reached that. Washington just took advantage of the Lions.
100%.
Yeah, that's a good point.
100%.
And then Matthew says, responding to absolutely, I'm
He
talking.
is. He's talking shit. I know
But
exactly. what
that's
he's doing.
okay. That's what it's all about football. There, man.
Listen.
I
that's the
felt
guy
like
that
I
brought me-
Milton.
Hey,
I
Rich.
felt like I got punched in the head when I
Rich,
saw that.
that's the guy that brought me to live streaming when I was on Periscope. He is
Oh,
a shit
okay. Oh,
talker.
Matthew.
I got him. He's a shit talker.
So Cooper Cup, is he done?
No.
No.
He's looking old, guys. He's looking old.
He still has it in the tank. He's not.
He's
not as old as my good friend Aaron.
Okay, and Mike Evans, will he make it 12 seasons next
Yes.
year? Or
I hope
Yes.
so. He's a good. Yeah, I'd like to see him play some more. He's a good.
Debo Samuel, is he done or is he
No.
going to go?
He is
no, I
nowhere
mean,
near done. He is
no,
nowhere near
I'm
done.
sorry, with the 49ers.
He is no.
You sure?
They got a dynasty team.
Okay, I would not be
I'm
shocked.
saying it on purpose. If they let
You
him
got
go-
your notepad there, Fireman and Rich. I think Debo will move on.
Let me. Hey,
Now,
Mike,
do you remember
wait,
Miles
wait,
Garrett?
go back.
Miles Garrett. Last week, I said
about 2 Super Bowls ago, Debo Samuel was on the 49ers. Just so everybody knows. Debo Samuel, Brandon Ayuk, they were there. I just want to let everybody know. Okay. Now, where the fuck was I? Go ahead.
Miles Garrett is already requested. I said last week, you guys looked at me like I was smoking the pipe.
Mhm.
He's already asking to go to a team that's winning. This week, he had a press conference talking about it.
So here's what's crazy. We talked about this a couple months ago. The Cleveland Browns got a roster. They're not winning. What do they need to do to make it?
A new quarterback.
They've done that multiple times.
Yeah, they're making bad choices though.
Let me throw this at you, Rich. They've done it an exponential number of times
Yeah.
Yeah.
since their last. I'll go back to Tim Couch.
Yeah. Oh, Tim. Wow. That's yeah.
Yeah. Tony,
it's-
do
yes.
you feel, just hear me out, do you feel the Steelers and the Browns have similar problems? They're both, hear me out, they're both super defensive teams when they want to be. I'm telling you right now, there's
That's a good
no
question.
way the Steelers would have got scored on 40 points.
That's a good.
No
question.
way.
Well,
Against.
you got to look at it this way. They're not. I don't think they're the same because you got the Steelers. They had a 10-7 record compared to the Browns 3-14. I think the Browns has more problems than whatever issues the Steelers.
That's a damn good question, Mike.
You know, but
And I agree with what Rich is saying.
What was a good question? I want to write that.
Do they
You got your
have the
notepad
same-
they
there?
don't have the
Fire
same
Minute?
issues because the Steelers.
The Steelers and the Browns vibrationally feel the same. They have
Okay.
the same problems. They have.
Oh.
I love their coach. I love I love both coaches. They're both, I think, really good coaches.
Can I be
just
honest
don't.
with you, Mike? I
Yeah,
don't know what the fuck's wrong with the Browns, and I'm gonna say it like that.
Yeah, really.
they were great with Flacco. They were
They
great with
are-
Flacco. Do you
They
remember?
look exactly like how the Cowboys look. They got everything they need. They just don't make it.
They just don't have Jerry Jones. If you have that, that's a missing piece right there. Woo!
Milton, I would disagree with you just on the simple fact that, again, the Pittsburgh Steelers, they had 10 wins, 7 losses. The Cleveland Browns had 3 wins, 14 losses. There's a big difference right there.
It's a division. It's a division for them.
No, I'm talking about the overall
Hello.
season. Okay, so it's just like you got to look at to say they have the same problems. I think that's a stretch, in my opinion.
Tony, can you put me down for a sec, like you did before? Thanks. I'll be back.
You have
Okay.
no idea. You have no idea.
Please.
But, Cleveland definitely.
I'm gonna stop finding a reason not to take you off camera.
No, but Cleveland, they definitely. I don't know. You want them to win. I'm not even a Cleveland Browns fan.
There is no excuse for them to have negative records or below 500 records with the roster they've had for the past 7-8 seasons.
But then again, you look in that division again. If you want to look at the
division's an issue.
Cincinnati, it's just like, well, what about Cincinnati? They turned it on and stuff like that. But that's the mystery of football and stuff.
Every
Any type of sport.
team in that division has been to the Super Bowl except them.
Yeah.
Every team.
Yeah.
Both teams need quarterbacks. They're going to win championships. Put in place someone. Okay, gotcha. Well, Mike is down. I want to throw these out here because we're going to wrap this up.
Yeah, I agree with that, Milton. Yeah, I would agree with that.
This is phenomenal with that. Yes. I took a shot at a suggestion Mike gave for getting on Grok because I was working on logos and I was having a bit of a complication. So just to let everybody know, some of the things that'll come out there when you try to put them up and one choose 3 of the 6 that I picked that I do like.
Are you going to be using these for next season?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
Yes, I am. So off the rip, let me.
You got to take Michael off.
Yeah, I'll bring them down.
Yeah.
I'll bring that one down. I know Ted's probably tied up with something.
Yeah.
Let me do it like this. So next season, logo-wise, I'm looking at using probably this one.
Oh, okay. I like that one.
That came out good, and I want to give a shout out to Grok on X/Twitter. Mike told me to check them out. I'm gonna go ahead and try them. I'm looking at this one right here.
Oh, I like that one too. That's
Yeah.
that with the crown there. Yeah.
Yeah, and last but not least, this will probably be the monster. That will probably be the monster.
The last 2 are the best, I think. What you're showing.
That is probably going to be the monster. So big ups to Grok over there on X/Twitter because I'm skeptical on the AI thing. I took a couple of shots at him this month and last month on a couple of platforms. Those worked out the best for me. You'll see the background picture. Mike made that on Grok, and I wanted to do a couple of changes, but they came through. I've got some AI pics and all that stuff. I've had a good time creating it my way instead of it being something that people are taking advantage of. I'm going to be good with those. So
Yeah.
other than that, that's all that I wanted to get out myself.
Yeah.
Ted's tied up over there. Rich, is there anything more you would like to add?
No, I'm looking forward to the games today, especially the Bills game, because it's going to be, I think it is the game. When you look at the overall lineups, it's just 2 powerhouses as far as in the AFC. That the Bills, they're all primed and ready to go up there. They got it's not just in the park up there in Buffalo. It's not just in the parking lot where they have the tailgate. I mean, you could be walking a half mile down, parking from the stadium, and when you're walking there, if you don't have nothing, the people up there, they're tailgating from house to house. They're going to give you a beer. They're going to give you a hot dog and stuff like that. So the fans are really ready, from what I've seen on the Spectrum News there in the Buffalo area. That they're really primed, and I just hope I don't see any. I'm just hoping I don't see any fans like I did last night with the Detroit Lions in the second half of that football game, because it just when you see thousands of fans just like their mouths wide open, it's like, what the F happened here and stuff. They're just like, but that's sports, folks. You got to take the good with the bad and stuff like that. And I think if we'll see what happens. I feel really strong. The first half of the game is going to set the tone as far as that goes. Between the Bills and the Raider and the Bills and the Ravens, the Bills just have to contain. I think if they contain the running game with Henry, because Henry's just explosive.
Yes, he is.
So,
Ted, anything you wanted to add since you came in late and we've had our time up here?
No, just to echo what Fireman Rich was saying. That second game is going to be the game.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think of the weekend. I mean, even though Commanders game last night was
yeah,
very
exciting.
That was a shootout.
Hell of a game.
And it's funny. I just want to send out a plea to Jets fans.
Oh Lord.
Yeah.
I have to send out a plea to Jets fans because I follow all these different Jet sites and everything else like that. And just watching them melt down because they were like, oh, Aaron Glenn did not make in-game decisions and yada, yada, yada. All the, he had 13 players that were injured.
Yeah.
That was the B and C and the D team out there that was defending.
But they still did good.
Yeah, they still did
They
good.
lost the game, but they did good. See, Detroit lost to a worthy opponent.
I think they're underrated, and they keep winning at the end of games, and they now have stats very similar to Patrick Mahomes, where they can be behind, and the next thing you know, they've got a field goal bunking off, and they win. Like they have these crazy wins. It's we've got to see this slide. This slide is it is
You
ridiculously
got
funny.
more slides than Brian got.
Oh,
video.
relax. This is the beginning of the year. This
No
is the
shit.
predictions from the experts of how the year was going to go. It could not be wrong. More
I'm not mad
wrong.
at you, though. This is good stuff. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh,
Look at this.
yep.
Oh wow.
Look at that. Look who's on number one.
Wow.
Teams expecting the most production from rookies.
Maybe that's a key factor in their success.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's the only team that's in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Yep.
And the Chargers.
No, they're not. The Rams are in the playoffs too.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I stand corrected.
You're
Thank you.
good. You're good. You're
Why do the Rams get so disrespected, do you think?
I don't
good.
know.
West Coast bias.
They're so forgot. They're always
This is
forgotten.
LA.
It's a West Coast bias.
It's West Coast. It's a West Coast thing. I'm a
West Coast bias. Yes.
Okay, yeah, because no, but even you go to their stadium, it's not necessarily their fans.
No, it's not.
LA is not a football team. That was a controversy when they first got back out there. How the fans weren't going to the games.
Yeah,
It's mainly going to be a lot of the Chargers fans, and Chargers got disrespected.
Now the Chargers and Rams play in the same stadium, right?
Yes, they do.
So why did the Rams go to Arizona? I don't understand that because they could have played right there in LA.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
Oh, that
No, no,
was
no, no.
the fire.
But the Chargers played, Ted, on Sunday. The fires are still going on. They decided, the LA Rams decided a week prior to move it, and there was no reason for them to move it because they could have played it in LA.
We have
The
no
game
idea.
was a Monday night game.
We have no
The
idea.
Chargers played on Sunday in the same.
But who did the Chargers play? Yeah.
Well, they lost. Who they lost to Washington, wasn't it? Or no.
No. Chargers.
No, they lost to Houston. Oh no,
So that game had to be in Texas.
Oh, I stand correct. Okay,
That game was in Texas
okay.
because
I was waiting for that to play out. I didn't want to.
My bad. My
About
bad.
to look
Okay.
ahead. I forgot.
For some
Talking about
reason,
everything else, I forgot.
I guess watching that game, I thought, okay, my bad. My bad. I'm sorry. Okay.
Tony,
Stand corrected.
Russell Wilson, was this a mistake, or should they have played Justin Fields more? Because they lost them. They lost the last 4 games.
Justin Fields going to be there all next season by himself.
What do you think, Ted?
uh,
It's a good question, though.
Mike T controls that organization hands down.
Yeah.
When he made the decision, everyone went with it. He was a hot hand until he wasn't. Until the last, I think, 5 games they lost, where
4.
people were scratching their heads.
Yeah. At the beginning of the year, this is what people predicted.
Yep.
Nico Collins could be even more of a factor for the Texans in 2024. And the relationship between Fireman Rich and Aaron Rodgers will still get more volatile as time goes on, like the raging fires in his soul. There we go. It's all beautiful. It's all beautiful. Should he still have a job? We just lost him.
We just lost Tony.
No, that's how you do it.
I didn't do nothing.
And you get your chicks for free.
Oh.
Oh boy.
The Miami Dolphins are a great team pre-Thanksgiving. They're a great team.
Yes,
Okay,
they are.
so you like him. You like him.
I like him. I think he's a good coach.
Okay, because they extended him again.
Yeah.
You know that recently.
I think they should, because he's a good fit for. I like the way he coaches.
Ted, I need your technical brain just for a second.
Yes, sir.
TikTok. If I rerouted where I was and pretended I was in Germany, could I?
No.
Broadcast.
It's
no.
Well,
it's fun.
Well, wait, hold on.
Go
It's based on, they do geocoding, so it's based on where the account was created.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. Okay.
Whose phone is that? I like it.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah,
we hear you.
We hear you.
It's glitching on my end. We need to wrap this up. This thing is starting to glitch on me.
Oh,
It's probably you're probably.
I see what the question is, Michael. You want to see if you can go pretend that you're maybe with a VP. What do they call it?
With a VPN? Pretend you're in Germany.
And
broadcast.
Would you do that?
I would try.
Oh, okay. That'd be interesting.
I'd try. But the problem is you're not going to get the Canadian audience. Now, TikTok is still on. You can watch it.
I can't watch it.
Oh, I can watch it.
Oh, y'all talking about TikTok? Here out of the country. That's why.
You're in Canada. Your country has.
I can watch it. I just can't broadcast from it.
I can't watch it. I can't
watch
it.
In the U.S., Mike.
I can't watch your broadcast. They completely shut it down. Broadcasting and viewing. It's totally black.
No.
Yes.
No.
In the United States, that's because the law took effect today.
What?
The U.S., the law that was passed last April by the overwhelming House and the Congress, they're both Republicans and Democrats, a vast majority. It was a law. So they say it's a ban. No, it's a law. They're not. They're not abiding by the law. So see you later.
See, here's the thing. I think I can still upload stuff.
You're in Canada.
No, I know, but this is good for me.
But I'm not. If you upload it, you take it from TikTok and load it on Twitch or YouTube or Rumble. We'll see that with the logo, but we can't watch anything from TikTok itself. It's completely
right. No, but most of my audience, believe it or not, is Canada and and Europe, right?
Yeah.
So when we were doing the shows before, and we were doing the streaming, we were getting people from all over the world. I mean, like Africa, you name it. Crazy.
There's what they were saying. There's 170 million users here in the United States of TikTok. Now, by comparisons, X has 625 million.
Yeah.
Okay, so 170 million. You know, they're all going over to what's the Red Note? I guess it is. That's where everybody they're going to and stuff like that. Have you been on that, Tony, at all?
I'm not going over there.
I'm not going there. No.
So but TikTok, I can see. So you guys can. It's black screen. That's crazy. So I can watch. This is odd. So I wonder if I'm on my phone, if I could still broadcast.
You can broadcast because you're in Canada. It's not.
I got to wrap this up because my computer is glitching. My apologies. Appreciate y'all for being here.
Did you enjoy the show?
Absolutely. I just don't. I want to go before this starts glitching. It just jumped on me like 6 times.
Well, no, it's because TikTok knows that you're trying to get on.
Appreciate it, Sadie. Thank you for coming through. Who else was in here? I know Cam was in here in the beginning. The Wandering Australian, thank you for coming through. Brian was in the house. Appreciate y'all. I got to see what's going on before it cuts us off. So I'll see if we do something. I am off tomorrow. So we may be able to do something and then we can definitely do something.
Oh, I know. I know why. Because are you using a free account right now? I think you're only allowed to be on a certain amount of time. No? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to have to. So I want to thank y'all. Ted, I apologize. But like I said, this thing is glitching. I sent you that message when it was cutting up on me.
Yeah.
It was literally just, I'm like, let me go ahead and bring this down. So thank y'all for coming through. I'm going to try to send this up. And like I said, we'll see what we can do later on. And definitely tomorrow I'll be available. All right. Appreciate y'all, man. Thanks everybody for coming through.
Ted, thank